Hello guys, welcome to the weekly forecast. Right now we are looking at US 100. So we're gonna plot our low and our expected high for week. This is the area we expect the market to play within throughout the week. And if we just look at this area right here, we can see that the market did create so we're within that downward trend. You see we had our first touch, second touch, third touch, we had another touch right there. We had a breakout right there, but what you can also see that here we had, if I do draw this, we had a I'm looking for patterns right here. We had a head and shoulder pattern right there, right? We had that head and shoulder pattern right there, and it did go down, but that's in the past. We did so now, but now we are focusing on this area. But that happened, we are looking at August, September right there, because now we're on the daily time frame. But now what we're also gonna see, if we do this, right? If we do this right here, we can observe this area right here, right? Yeah, and then we can see that now we are still in a downward trend channel, because we did have that breakout. The market came back, gave us a retest and went back down. What we can also see now, the market coming back to, we are at our low for the week, but we can also see the market coming back to this area, right? What you can also see right here is your first touch, you have a second touch, you have a right shoulder, a left shoulder, and a head right there. So we can see a head and shoulder pattern forming. We just have to look out for that throughout the week, but it's on the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4-hourly and look at the candlesticks. Right, on the 4-hourly, on the candlestick formation, if we just look at this pattern right here, right, we can see that we had a trend in trends formation forming, right? We have a small, that small trend line right there, because we had that overall, that was our overall upward trend channel. This was because we are now going down. This is not upward trend, small trend channel, not upward man, I mean bearish trend channel, and this is another trends in trends. We're hitting another small bearish trend, right? And again, you can see that the head and shoulders right pattern right there, the head and shoulders pattern right there forming. If we do left, that's the left shoulder, we have the head right there, and then we have the right shoulder right there. So you can see that with that pattern. And we can also be looking at one direction, because with the head and shoulder pattern we buy for the distance of the head. So now we can see the market coming back, buying and shooting. We can be looking at a positive outlook throughout the week, or a long outlook. If the market now market open give us a retest, so this trend line could now enter our buy entry, looking at this high area right here as our first take profit type, as our second, because we can also look at this area right here, right? This is another high area, so we'll get this high area as our first target. This is high area, so our second target. But yeah, that's gonna be it for US 100. We'll be looking at our fundamentals for the week, and on the Monday we do not have anything. On Tuesday, for Germany, the business climate will not have that much of big of an impact, and the consumer confidence will also not have. It might have a minor impact on the US30 and US 100, but then on Wednesday we don't have anything. On Thursday we do have consumer confidence again, but this time for Germany will not have an impact. The durable goods order, the growth rate, those also won't have an impact, but it's also good to watch out for those events, right? Because the fundamentals can sometimes go as go the way you haven't had in plan, so you have to be also on the lookout for your entry trades on those days. And on the Friday we have the price index and the sentimental final, but those again I do not believe will have that much high of impact, but we'll also be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's going to be the fundamentals for the week. Looking at gold, we can plot our low for the week and our high for the week, right? We can also do this area right here where we had our first touch or second touch. When we had our first touch or second touch, of course breakout, another and our third touch, confirming that downward trend channel. You can have that downward trend channel or downward trend line. Let's go with the candlesticks. And if we cater for the most touches, yeah, that was the first breakout. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And in the 4-hour time frame, we can see this area right here. That was the strong support area. You can also see that the market was coming down, was creating lower lows and lower highs. Right, we're seeing lower lows and lower highs when the market was coming down to this area right there. But now we had a double bottom, which signals a reversal in the market. It was shooting up at the close of the week, or a triple bottom if you're counting this area. But I'm looking at this area as one, so giving us a double bottom reversal. So now we can expect the market to come back for a retest to this area right here before shooting back up. Or we can, since we can also look at this area right here. This area right here is another resistance area, so the market might come for a retest on there, give us a retest, it should back down, come here or close above and give us a retest, and we'll keep buying long, looking at the upward area. But yeah, that's gonna be it for gold. Looking at Ger40, now we're gonna plot our low for the week, and we're also gonna plot our high for the week. We shall go to the, if we draw this trend line, maybe if we draw this trend line right here, we gave us our first touch or second touch, so now we can look at the market coming here to give us our third touch, because we are at that low. It hit our low, so we can be expecting it to hit our third touch, right? Let me just adjust this trend line right there where we had our first touch, second touch. You can see we had a head and shoulder pattern right there, but that's, we are looking in July. We are also on the daily time frame for Germany, because we are analyzed from the daily time frame going lower, right? And now let's go to the 4-hour and look at the candlesticks. And on the 4-hour in the candlestick, we can see that the market was gaining momentum to the upside as it created a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, creating higher highs and higher highs, creating higher highs. So it signals that we are in an upward direction. So the more can be now looking at the market coming back to hit this area for a retest and then coming back down. Or we can also be, because we can be looking at that this upward trend, small upward trend, looking at trends and transformation, right? We can also see that the market might come hit this area, right? Hit this, retest this area before coming back down for a retest right there and shooting back up. Let me just remove those right there. Alright, let's just remove those to get a clearer chart. But yeah, well, we can also see that area happening right there. You can also see, because this area is another resistance area for us, so the market might come retest, bounce back, give us a retest and shoot back down. You can see it was coming back down, gave us that retracement a bit and shot back up again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Ger40. Looking at US30, we are gonna then plot our weekly low and our weekly high, and you can see that the market has been creating higher highs. The market has been building up the upward movement. Let's go to the 4-hourly. Right, you can see that we're in an upward trend. Right there, we've been creating higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. We have this area right here which gave us a double bottom formation. The market did shoot up with a double bottom formation. Right, we do have right here an area of resistance right here that the market closed within. Right, we have that area of resistance, so we can see the market, and we can see we are at the top of that upward trend, so we can see the market giving us a retest and then shooting back down, or we can see the market closing above that area, giving us a retest and then shooting up for looking at our weekly high. Shooting to get our weekly high, but we can also see that this area right here, this doesn't cooperate with this area right here, is another support area. So if the market does come back down, we'll be looking for it to retest here before shooting back up again. If it does close above this and give us a retest, we'll be looking at this low area right here. This low area right here is our target, and this other area here is our another target for us before it hits our weekly low. But yeah, that's gonna be it for US100, and I hope you like the video. Comment, share, subscribe, and let's do the most. Let's learn together, let's grow together. Yeah, peace.